Erika Kirk. Thank you for, and she of course stuck around. She's like, I'm not going anywhere. What are you talking about? I was like, I just didn't want to, listen, no, whatever you want. So we have gotten so many questions about these little toys, the puppets, and what they are. Figurines. We of course know what they are, but why don't you tell the audience what they are?
Every day when Charlie would go into the office, he would see our daughter and she would just be playing and she would look at him. She watched the show every day. She couldn't email, but this was her version of emailing.
Okay, guys, so what you're seeing here is this just wrapped up, and I kind of just ran into it. I'm sorry if I'm like trying to hurry up and get as much in as I can. Sorry, hold on a second. I'm in the middle of like 3 things at the same time. But what you're seeing here is the last 5 minutes of the Charlie Kirk Show, where Erika Kirk is talking about, Charlie and the memories and everything. And I just turned it on. I said, let me just get it right off the fly and hurry up and get this out to you guys. A lot of people asking questions about Erika Kirk. I'll give you my thought processes afterwards. But before I even start there, and I'll show you reactions. Obviously, like Nick had some reactions and stuff like that about what's been going on with Charlie's wife. So let's just we'll watch this clip and then just stick with me for a long duration. I'm just trying to put it all together all at once. It's just raw happening right now. And please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and the notification bell. Thank you to every eye that lands on these videos. Really grateful to everybody who's watching. All right, let's get into it.
Every day she'd watch her, and main component of that, because Charlie and the Charlie Kirk Show is not just a show.
Yeah.
It has a movement attached to it. It has the youth movement attached to it. And so for Charlie, the audience was a barometer of what do we need to be focusing on? The audience is brilliant. How many times did a listener send in something and say, hey, this is going on. You need to dig deeper in this or check this out. And Charlie's show became, and still is, and I'm going to get there in a second, but Charlie's show became the North Star for freedom of speech, but in a way where when he spoke and whatever came across his desk or whatever he put on the air was right.
Yes.
It wasn't inflated. It wasn't awkwardly optimistic that had no leverage behind it. It was the gold standard.
It was grounded in the
extremely grounded
wisdom of the audience.
But not only that, he had a team, still does, all of you, that was the sounding board of that. And collectively, each one of you are a piece of his brain. I know we've talked about this. Blake, economics, foreign policy. Andrew, pretty much a lot of stuff. Mikey, humor, Christianity, sports, youth, social, pop culture was Daisy. Like everyone has a piece of his brain that still lives on. Yeah. And so what I'm getting at here is the Charlie Kirk Show is not going anywhere. My husband's voice will live on. The show will go on. We will have rotating hosts, rotating casts, rotating people coming on.
We've got some great people next week.
Unbelievable. We will have consistency. The members only group will continue to go on. All of his socials that God has blessed us with, the people who follow those socials will go on. Nothing is changing. But I want to preface, we're not awkward. We're not like weird.
Cringy.
We're not cringe. We're not going to be tweeting as if it's him. That's tone deaf and really disturbing. And anyone who does that's like morbidly off. Yeah. That's not what's happening. What's happening is the team is keeping this alive because we have Charlie in each and every one of us. Yes. And it is going to be continually the North Star of the conservative movement, of the voice of the youth, of the voice of the base, and that will not end. And
so this makes me, I have to share this because like, it's like, bro, I'm just not forgetting who Charlie Kirk was. Okay, so like, they can, do all of this, and that's fine. But I'm just not doing it. And I'm literally putting this together as we're going. And I know I shouldn't have to keep saying that, but just hilarious. But hold on.
Both cases.
Hold on.
I saw the Charlie Kirk clip. I saw the Jordan Peterson clip. And what's interesting is that the crux Their weakness in both cases is their hypocrisy. Charlie Kirk and Jordan Peterson are two extremely arrogant, extremely unlikable, and fundamentally dishonest, two-faced grifters. That's really what conservatism is. I don't think anyone identifies as a conservative anymore. What does that even mean? I'm a nationalist.
So, and that point, the reason why I wanted to show you the 30 seconds, and actually on my other channel, I actually go deeper into this conversation, but this is not fully what I wanted to say. But because of what she said, I'm just reacting to it. This was obviously before Charlie died, but the truth still reigns the same. Now, unfortunately, because of his unfortunate passing, there will be a conservative movement. But when somebody says, like, well, what is conservative? When you listen to this person say that, it's like you think that he sounds crazy, like there is no conservative movement. It was a grift, and it still is. It still will be. Turning Point USA is going to make sure to keep this talking point of conservatism to be at their hands mainstream. But the fact is that there were certain conversations that Charlie would not allow. Charlie would never debate the far right of America, which sounds more like Americans. I mean, it's just a fact. It is just a fact. And to act like, I mean, the North Star, and the North Star mainstream, because somebody like this was, put in the back, In
some sense, the blood of Christ. A line of succession that goes back over 2,000 years. And agree, disagree. Believe in whiteness, believe in Christ, or don't. But I believe in something. I believe in something real and tangible and something ancient. I believe in something concrete, in reality. What is a conservative? What does that mean? Well, it's really liberalism, but it's classical liberalism. It's the set of ideas. It's the Constitution. So what? It's paper. It's a set of ideas. It's a set of abstractions, principles. And at this point, it's not even that. Conservatism is an ideology of convenience for a set of donors inside the capitalist class.
Which again is so true, because you have people calling themselves conservative, right? And like this girl, Emily Saves America, she calls herself a conservative. Oh, I'm a conservative values. But she also said that she wanted to, become Jewish, whatever the heck that means. And in order to do that, it's like you renounce God, you renounce Christ as your savior, right? So what could make you want to go backwards like that is beyond me. What is conservatism? I mean, what is it? Is it breaking up the lies that have been told in the past that form this matrix that we continue to live in, such as, lies about World War II? That's not happening. I see conservatives who conform to the stories told about AH, and you guys know who I'm talking about, and they still, accept it 100% hook, line, and sinker. And if you don't, the conservatives will be the first one to throw you out of the party, right? So what is it? But anyway, that's just a point. But I wanted to really more talk about what he was saying about Erika. And look, I don't have any beef with Erika. I don't. But I don't know.
Second, Charlie and Erika, I do not believe for 1 second that they met organically. How do you think they met each other? Do you think that they bumped into each other at CPAC and Charlie said, hey, let's go on a date? No, they were set up together by somebody. Who set them up? Charlie, I'm sure, he's super ambitious, super powerful, running this organization. They told him, you need a wife. I'm sure he wants a wife. They told him, you need a wife. If you want to...
Well, and the thing is that I said the same thing. Look, it is what it is. Image consulting is real. They met in Israel. That's the story. They met in Israel. Like, come on, image consulting is real. She's a pretty girl, so of course they hooked them up or whatever. Oh, come on. I'm having this problem.
And the speech, I'm sorry, it's totally canned. The first speech she gave next to his empty chair, she's like doing this weird affect, wiping away tears that aren't there. With this scripted speech, the battle cry of this widow, the cries of this widow will echo like a... And then at the WWE Memorial, she comes out to fireworks and she does this like she's Mary in her white suit. Her makeup, her hair did, and she goes out with fireworks at her husband's fucking funeral like this. She fucking posed. Did you see that? And then she goes up and says, yeah, I'm running Turning Point now, and this is how... It's giving me like Claire Underwood vibes. I think that was an arranged marriage, and either she was like a handler or she was... she had political ambitions of her own. But yeah, I don't know. Look, who is Erika Kirk now? This is a person that is being foisted on us. And look, don't get me wrong. You lost your husband. I am deeply sorry for you. I really am. I'm praying for you. I am deeply sorry for you. I can't imagine what you're going through. But you becoming president of Turning Point and now being foisted upon us, that's an altogether different story. You know, it's like I said on Monday, and Alex Jones didn't like this. He said it was mean. A lot of people didn't like it. You want our sympathy? You got it. You want our prayers? You got it. People would, walk over broken glass for this widow who can even sympathize, who can even understand what she's going through right now. But they're asking us to accept her as like this new leader. They're foisting her on us as a political leader, and that I don't like.
This is what's happening, even if she claims she's going to be behind the scenes, which I'm imagining that's her plan, is to be behind the scenes. But this is also what's happening. I mean, they like to say that it's not happening is beyond it would be a lie. Okay, there's that. Number two, it is what it is because it's going to continue this way. There is this new kid. I'm not going to be able to find his page. I'm not. These new people who are doing Turning Point USA stuff. They look like photocopies of Charlie Kirk. It's really weird. But Turning Point USA, they got a gold mine on them with when it comes to marketing. Now, this is Candace Owens, I think, accusing TPUSA being behind the murder of Charlie Kirk. Of course, this guy, trust me, I don't like Candace. I don't. But anyone still defending Candace is an enemy of MAGA. Read the room. I know right now everybody wants to do the whole, we support, let's come together, MAGA and all of that. I'm not me. I want to stick with the inconvenient truth. So right now Trump's been abysmal, and I'm not. And Charlie Kirk's death does not change that. So his caption is ridiculous. This guy has called me a Pakistani liar. So anyway,
what at me is the fact that Turning Point will not release the footage. Okay, I don't understand it. Every excuse that I have been handed for why they won't release it makes no sense to me. If you are under pressure, if people are starting to look at you funny as an organization, if they're thinking that whether rightfully or wrongfully, if they are suspecting because they see this footage of someone quickly remove the SD cards that you guys had something to do with the assassination of Charlie Kirk, and you quite literally have footage that in theory should vindicate yourself, why wouldn't you release it? Think about that. It's just in your own capacity. If somebody is...
See, but this is hypocrisy at its finest. So my caption is, why don't you release the so-called letter? That you said you had some letter, right? You said you had some letter about something with Netanyahu and Charlie. You said if people don't act right, I'm going to release the receipts. I didn't forget she said that. She never did. So she's right to say that about Turning Point. But you just feel like it's just grifters grifting on grifters or something. It's just a lot. I don't mean to call it that, because at the end of the day, get your bag however you feel like you need to. But where's your receipt?
Saying you are guilty of anything. If they're like, Candace, you are absolutely guilty of breaking into my car, and I'm like, I have a camera right here that shows that I did not break into your car. Would it make sense if I was like, but I'm not going to release that? I'm not going to release that. Because it's not right. It's not right for me to release. What? It makes no sense. I don't understand why they would not release this. The idea that it's because, well, the feds are saying the feds cannot arrest you. Last I checked, the feds cannot bring charges against you for releasing footage that you own. And since when do we trust the feds? Certainly Charlie didn't. He didn't believe we were getting the truth about the Epstein files and things of that nature. So I don't accept that.
So, you know, I mean, and I'll end it here. There's just so much. My God, when Charlie died, I remember thinking that somebody said, and I thought the same thing too, like, in 2 weeks, nobody will be talking about it. I think that we just began to start talking about it. They're getting ready to close the case, the whole bit, like, I don't know what's going on anymore. It's just a lot. I would say it's just a lot, but it really is.